In this video, we'll talk about activity diagrams. An activity diagram shows the flow from activity to activity, like in flow chart. And all of you are familiar with the construction of flow chart. So as we show the flow of how a problem is to be solved in a flow chart, similarly here activity model show the dynamic aspect of the system. Means whatever activities are done in a system in a sequence. So activity diagram is basically a flow chart to represent the flow from one activity to another. This flow can be sequential, branched or concurrent. Means on a particular activity there could be more than one possibility. Various activities can be concurrently performed. Branched means that on a particular activity one has to take a decision and all that which path is to be followed and next which activity is to be done. So activity diagrams has various components. Like in the previous video, we have discussed use case diagram. There also various elements are associated with the use case. Similarly here, we have various elements like fork, join. So fork mean this symbol is used when on a particular activity we have to take two or more concurrent flow we want to show. Then a fork is to be placed after that activity. So a fork may have one incoming transition and two or more outgoing transitions. Means input is one but output could be more than one. And reverse of fork is join. Means when multiple activities is to be ultimately joined. And thing is that here you can say we have more than one output and those outputs is to be means that time those output will work as input and ultimately it will be joined to a single unit. So a join represents a synchronization of two or more concurrent flow of control. So it may have two or more incoming transitions and one outgoing. Like in fork, we have one incoming and more than one outgoing, and here we have more than one incoming and only one outgoing transition. So you will be better understand it when we use it in a flow diagram, because after the explanation of this activity diagram that what is it all about, will be constructing one activity diagram using a software Star UML. So it will give you a better understanding of these two terms. Branching, as I explained you, a branch specifies alternate path takes based on some Boolean expression. Another thing which we can use in activity diagram is swim lane. Swim lane means when activity is shown between two or more you can say actors or various objects are involved. So which particular activities are associated with a particular object, then we can combine using a swim lane. So swim lane are useful when we model workflows of business processes to partition. Basically it is partitioning. So partition the activity states on an activity diagram into groups, each group representing the business organization responsible for those activities. So these groups are called the swim lanes. When but you want to show that this particular activities are performed based on this particular business organization or process, and these particular set of activities are performed based on a particular process. So that you can categorize by showing a swim lane. Let's see this diagram, and next we'll be constructing one activity diagram in Star UML. So see this symbol, this one is the initial state. The initial state is represented by a filled circle. Activity like we are making it for some transaction. ATM से आप कुछ transaction कर रहे हैं तो first it will verify the code, means आप पिन एंटर करते हो, आप कार्ड एंटर करते हो, तो it will verify the access code कि वैलिड है आपका जो कार्ड है वो नहीं है, मीन्स अ पर्टिकुलर एक्सेस उसको मिल रहा है या नहीं मिल रहा है. सो इफ इट इज इनकरेक्ट, देन इट विल हैंडल द इनकरेक्ट एक्सेस कोड, and if it is resolved, then it will ask for the amount. If it is not resolved, here we have used, see, here we have used this diamond for branching, yeah, कि how it is handling the incorrect access code. If it is resolved, means it will ask for the amount, like it will ask for again that enter your code again. So if it is resolved, it will ask for the amount. Otherwise, if the problem is not resolved, it will come to the end. This is called the final stage. Initial and final. Final is something like a radio button. एक सर्कल है, सर्कल में आपका डार्क सर्कल भी इसके अंदर है, सेमी सर्कल सॉर्ट ऑफ थिंग. तो ये आपका इनिशियल स्टेट और फाइनल स्टेट हो गई. ये आपने जो डायमंड शेप है ये ब्रांच करने के लिए यूज कर लिया. एंड एक्टिविटीज आर शोन बाय दिस राउंडेड रेक्टेंगल्स, है ना, राउंडेड कॉर्नर्स हैं, ये राउंडेड रेक्टेंगल्स शो द वेरियस एक्टिविटीज. So here see, ask for the amount. Now when we ask for and when you enter the amount, so if the amount is available, it will simultaneously taking two actions. It is simultaneously checking whether the amount is available or not, and if it is available, it is simultaneously printing the receipt. So here we have used this for, because on this particular activity we are having multiple actions. So here it is checking if it is the amount, take the decision. If the amount is available, it will dispense the cash, and if it is not available, then it will come to this join part, and the transaction will be finished, and the receipt will be printed accordingly. So here in this diagram we have used branch, fork as well as join, and multiple. See, this activity, these activities ultimately all are here joined. I hope this is clear to you. Let's see it using this star UML. We'll construct one diagram. Go to model, add diagram. Which diagram we want to make? Activity diagram. So come to this activity diagram. Let's say I am constructed this diagram for this to show the ATM operation. So it कैसे आप दिखा सकते हो इसको? If you want to give some heading from annotations, you can select a text box also. You can have one text box. Here you can display a message, activity diagram for ATM. Then first is the initial state. Suppose I am constructing it only for withdrawing the money from the ATM. So first this is the initial state. Then activities are called actions. Here I'll make one action like enter card or insert your card, enter your PIN code. One I am inserting card. This you can show as two actions, or you can merge them, insert card and enter PIN. So it's all up to you कैसे आप इसको बनाते हैं. Now after you enter the PIN, it is going to check whether it is a valid one or not. So you can make use of this shortcuts also, like I can make use of this shortcut, or suppose here I want to check, so I can make this decision symbol over here. See, so here either it will be valid or it will be invalid. So if it is valid, you can say here that enter amount. If it is not valid, this you can move over here. Here we can type in that re-enter, and you can take it back, or here also you can say not a valid card, and you can take it to the final stage. So it is entirely up to you, or you want to say that it should re-enter, then you can make use of control flow, and here you can connect it to again. If it is invalid, then re-enter, and if it is valid, here you can say valid. This messages I am writing like when you double click on this flow line, this will appear, this text box will appear, and here you can type in whatever you want to show. And if you don't want it, I can simply delete. So now when we enter the amount, so enter amount when you are going to withdraw. So what can happen, either the amount is available, to here you can again check. For checking up, we can use a decision over here. We can use control, or from the shortcut as I shown you earlier. From shortcut also you can use this symbols. I'll draw it again just to connect. It will check for the availability, so it will validate amount. We can give any suitable message over here, validate amount. So simultaneously it will be validating the amount, as well as if it is correct, it will print the receipt. So another activity you can write here, action. Which action is this taking? It will print the receipt. Print. It will printing it, and you can adjust it here, or you can again make a control flow line over here. So here multiple actions are performed. So what should I make over here? I should make use of a fork. So where should I place this fork? I'll just place a fork over here. I'll extend it. So this you can start from here. Like a little bit I want to shift. I hope this is being understood. So this you can make it small and start from here. So this fork is here. Okay, when we enter the amount, then multiple actions are taken out by the machine. Similarly, if it will validate for the amount, if it is valid, you can take. So again, you can activity which actions to be performed. Here we can say take the amount, है ना, amount dispense हो जाएगा यहाँ पर, और you can take out your card. So take amount, or otherwise amount नहीं है आपके पास, you can print an appropriate message over here, है ना. Here आप कुछ भी लिख सकते हो, like not available, and you can connect it to this decision box using this control flow lines. One we can show here. This I want to connect. You can connect this from here. Here you can connect it. This is when the amount is available. If you want to give a message, you can say amount available. Ultimately, all these actions you can join by putting a join over here, and control flow lines. You can connect this activity, then again take a control flow. You can, so this way you can join all the activities that ultimately all are joined, and then you can put one more action over here. Let's say log out or take your card, something of this kind. Control flow line from over here, and control flow I want to show. Yes, and then finally final state. Similarly, using this control flow again, you can, and appropriate messages you can give. So this is an activity diagram, means it will show that in which order the activities are performed over here. One control line you can connect it, or you can make use of the shortcuts which I have shown you by double click. When you double click, this type of shortcuts will appear here, so it will save your time, that instead of taking the control flow diagram again and again, you can make use of this. And another facility here, you have these facilities. You can see here that if you want to change the color, you can select any color from here for the activities. Different color you can use. You can text color if you want to change the line color. So these are all the formatting part of this activity diagram, or whatever diagram you make in Star UML. So just to beautify it, these tools are given, and you can make use of these tools anytime. If you are willing, you can make use of these tools. Just to say the appearance, alignment, you can properly align. For this also, these tools are given over here. And see here also, whatever activities I take, all you can see over here, that activity 1, you can even change the name of the diagram. Whatever activities you write over there, everything will come on the right side. This is how we can construct an activity diagram. So one more example I will give you. Let's say, suppose library management system. So we'll take a new model from here. Let's say I'll say file new. From here, add diagram, activity diagram. Suppose initial state, I am constructed it for library. Let's say some inquiry is there. First of all, one action, somebody do some inquiry of the book, whether it is, so librarian will check whether it is available or not. So he will take a decision. What decision will take? Either the book is available or it is not available. So here I have used this decision. Now if it is available, then again it will check whether the member is valid or not. It will validate the member, right? And if the member is available, then he'll look for, if the member is available, this I am making for availability. So if member is valid, then it will check whether the book can be issued to that member or not, ki maximum limit to cross nahi ho gaya. So here also you can put 2 actions. And if the book is available, if the member is valid, and if he hasn't crossed the maximum limit that can be, number of books that can be issued to him or her, what can be done? The next step will be, now here no decision will be taken. Here the next action will be that he will update. The librarian will update the details, update the book status. So one button, activities button will be shown here, that is of updation. And finally the final state, after updating the status, after entering the details. And this you can connect, like this one was, if this is not valid, so this control flow you can join here. Similarly, the control flow, if it is not valid, this section can be joined over here. And here I shift it this way. And here also, this is in case of invalid, this is again come to this line. And here this is the normal sequence. Some big line is to be taken so that it will appear here from here to here, otherwise it will create, like it is creating some problem. So again you have to make it. So you can make, I have not mentioned the labels, so I hope that you fully understood what is activity diagram. Thank you.